Hi! Today I'm going to show you how to make extra healthy stuffed bell peppers. They make a great meal or a wonderful side dish. So if you like this content, subscribe to my channel and stay for the video. And this is a collaboration of Deb Day, who has a channel called Glowing Older and Healthier, and she gives great tips on nutrition and living a healthy life, and she's going to give great information on how we can get the most iron out of the food in this recipe and into your body. So please check out her channel and stay for the recipe. For the stuffing, I'm grating some zucchini because I add zucchini to almost every recipe. It adds fiber and nutrition, it's inexpensive, and it has a very mild flavor, so it goes with almost any dish. I'm adding some carrots also for nutrition and fiber. And if you want to know why I'm adding the prunes, then check out Deb Day's video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a beef version and a vegetarian version, and I'm making the stuffing for both versions at the same time. Here I'm adding the spinach. I'm using frozen spinach, but you can use fresh or frozen as you wish. And if you do use cooked or frozen, you want to get all the water out. And here I'm combining the ingredients for the vegetarian and the meat version because I realize they're going to cook at the same time. We're going to cook all the ingredients for the stuffing before we stuff the peppers, because that way the filling is safe and it is delicious and it is uniform. So I'm cooking the beef for the beef version, and then I'm going to add a little bit of water, and I'm going to simmer the vegetables for both versions. You want to let them simmer for a few minutes, and you want to cook the beef until it is completely cooked. I'm going to add some water, and I'm going to let this mixture cook, simmer, covered for about 10 minutes. You want the lentils to get a little bit soft so that they won't be too hard in your finished stuffed pepper. And you continue cooking the meat. I checked the lentils, they can do with a little bit more cooking, so that's not a problem. Just cook them till they're about 3/4 of the way soft. Not totally soft, but not hard any longer. And add water as you need. The vegetable mixture with the lentils is now ready. I'm going to split the vegetable mixture with the lentils, and I'm going to put just over half in the meat mixture because there is a little bit more of the meat filling than the vegetarian filling, and I'm adding cooked black beans. Then I'm going to stir that all together, and I stir the meat with the vegetable mixture. That way you're getting lentils in your meat mixture as well. I'm going to mash the vegetable mixture because the black beans are a little big, and I want the texture of the mixtures to be uniform. And then I mash the meat mixture a little bit also, just to make the meat pieces a little smaller. Now I'm adding cooked brown rice to each version. And if you listen to Deb Day's video, she'll tell you why you want to add a grain to get your iron absorption up. And let's go meet Deb. Here she is.
My name is Deb Day. And for those of you visiting for the first time, this channel is all about health and fitness and nutrition and inspiration for those of us who are over the age of 50. And it's about living the healthiest version of ourselves possible.
I love cooking with fresh herbs, and here I have fresh herbs from my garden that add flavor and nutrition. I'm going to take the leaves off the stems, and then I'm going to chop them up finely for both versions. I decided I was going to add more parsley and chives. I just love them, and they taste so good, and they add a lot of nutrition as well. Here I'm going to add beef bovril for the meat version because it gives you flavor. It's a beef concentrate liquid, but you could also use granules if you prefer that. And cinnamon and cumin add nutrition and flavor. This is the vegetarian version, and I'm using a vegetable concentrate to add flavor, as well as the cumin and the cinnamon. Of course, we've got to add a little bit of salt and pepper because they are flavor enhancers, and pepper also adds nutrition to both versions. And lime juice. Lime juice is a citrus, but lime juice also adds flavor, and it really works well with the cumin to make this recipe delicious. This is the vegetarian version. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to mix in the seasoning, the liquid seasoning and flavors and herbs with the mixture. This is the meat version. Once again, a little bit more olive oil, and then we're going to mix that into the beef version. Then our stuffing will be ready. Oh, one more secret ingredient, tomato sauce, which is also a citrus, so it's going to help with the iron absorption, and it's delicious. You always want to taste your mixtures to see if you need to adjust the seasoning, but in this case, they were delicious. Let's check in with Deb and see what tips she might have for us.
Is that plant-based iron is not as readily absorbed into the body as meat-based iron. And you know, without pairing it with a vitamin C, vegans' iron absorption goes down to about 3%. Now, food pairing or food complements or food synergies are an important piece of the nutrition puzzle, especially if you really want the food you're eating to work really well for you and provide the best possible nutrients possible.
Now we're getting to the fun and exciting part, stuffing the bell peppers, but of course we need to get the seeds out. I'm preparing my dish with a little bit of canola oil. I cut my bell peppers in half. I remove the white part in the middle and the seeds, and as you can see, I just like to cut around the stem, remove the stem, and then it's really easy to get the white part and the seeds out. Now, some people like to put the stem back for cooking, and they like to cook the whole bell pepper in one piece, but I prefer to cook mine as halves because both my husband and I, we find we just can't eat a whole stuffed bell pepper, even if it's the entire meal. So I'm doing half of the bell peppers with the vegetarian stuffing and half with the meat stuffing, each in one of the 3 colors of bell pepper that I selected. So I like to stuff my peppers as much as possible. Here I'm adding a little bit of olive oil to the top just to help prevent the stuffing from drying out because it is going to be exposed to the heat. And now I'm putting dehydrated tomatoes on top. That way it adds flavor, color, nutrition, and it's delicious. Look at that. Don't they look amazing? And with the leftover mixture of stuffing, I put it together in a container, I freeze it, and it's ready for when I feel like making a shepherd's pie. But you could do anything with it that you wanted. You want to cook the stuffed peppers in the oven at 350 for 40 to 45 minutes. Usually what I will do is I will cook them uncovered for about 30 minutes and then cover them for the remaining minutes just so that they don't dry out too much. Doesn't that look delicious? And all those ingredients that help with the iron absorption also add flavor and nutrition. I like to make big batches of this dish and then I freeze it in the batch size we're going to eat at one time, and it comes out amazing. This dish is so versatile and very healthy. I hope you give it a try. And please go check out Deb's video on how to use food synergies to increase the iron that you absorb from your meal. The link to her channel is in the video description. If you like this content, then click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and leave me a comment. Have you ever made stuffed bell peppers like this version before? And check out my other recipes.